Leaving the galaxy with a big bad weed, I'm sort of weed out of space. Never know he could go pick up the pace, live with the grace. Me and the Afro connect with the king of the bass. They go pick up your face, puff a piece, put them all in place. I ain't stop, swallow the race. For the city without his ability, I'm counting them up and I'm blowing them out.
Alright, Niko IS, welcome to Cypher Sundayz here at Dynasty Studios. Now, we normally go along interviewing people, asking them 5 sets of questions like, oh, how'd you get your name? But you're a bit of a special person.
Oh.
And over the years that I've known you, I've seen you in various scenes always be a very like standoutish person. And you've developed into this character. Like, what is it that makes you stand out all of these years? And you clearly stand out wherever you go, your style, the way you come across, the music that you make. What is it that you have in you that nobody else seems to have around you?
That's a good question. You're Niko. That's a good one right there. It's also an incredible album I wrote. No, I mean, you know, the thing is, superheroes don't take off their costumes. You know what I'm saying? I don't take this off, man. This is me. My music is pure. It's a reflection of my life and what I do and what I go through, you know?
Yeah.
And I think most people, you know, make something up and they don't believe it themselves. Especially in hip hop, it gets very wrestling-ish, you know? It's those crazy names, and then it just becomes this like wild, futuristic, conceptual thing that's not that individual. I think, man, if it's so easy to be yourself.
Yeah. Now, because you've always been, and I can attest.
Took a while though. You saw me early though, man.
Yeah, but you've always been yourself.
You got me pre-hair.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you battled me pre-hair.
I remember you left to the West Coast for a period of time and you came back. What was your experience like over there? Like, how much did that play on what it is that you're doing now?
Life is about the journey, not the destination. I went to Los Angeles with no expectation. I keep going, and I will. Yeah, man, going to California changed my life, man. It opened my eyes to the realities of an industry, you know, and trying to get in it from the outside and not having any plugs and just having blind faith. I went there at 20 years old, like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna go to LA and make it. And it didn't really work like that. But I made myself. I created myself. I went through experiences. I ended up homeless. I fucking ended up working odd jobs and, you know, always believing in myself. But, you know, LA is good to you when you're good. You know, when you're doing good, LA's the best. You know, and I ended up living there many times later, and it's good. I like to visit now, but it's an incredible place filled with inspiration, good and bad. A landmark place for MCs, you know, like they've always been very innovative and adventurous, lyrically and rhythm-wise, you know, since the early days and shit. So it's always been there. They have their own little shoo.
Yeah.
You know, coming from Orlando, well, you know, being from Rio de Janeiro, born in Brazil, and then immigrating to Orlando and kind of coming up here and seeing that, you know, it's diverse. It's a melting pot. There's not one sound to Orlando. Yeah. And it never has been. You know, now it's with the internet. You know, it's put a lot of lights on different sides. But, you know, when I was growing up, it was very divided. You know, but it was still Orlando. It was like, yo, you get the fucking hip hoppers, b-boys in the east side, and you go to the west side, and you get the, you know, the trap, like Truths rappers and shit. You know, so it's always been in a melting pot.
What's your number one favorite place that you've done a show or had an experience, like an artistic experience, that you would say, the number one place?
There's a lot. I think it changes every year, man.
Yeah.
I'm very blessed, and I think I've been very blessed to work with a lot of incredible people and see a lot of incredible things, and how hip-hop has been everywhere in the world. You know, like Berlin is a huge spot for hip-hop. Germany, like, you know, underground graffiti, breakboy, you know, like people really committed to the 5 elements, you know, like they're still like upholding that tradition. I think that's what really works in Europe, is like real hip hop and shit like that, you know.
SPS loves Berlin.
Yeah, shout out to he knows it too, and he only does shows outside the country, you know. Germany's great, man. I mean, shit, I've been to 30 countries off rap, man. I love South America, where I'm from. You know, I'm biased. I'm playing in Rio de Janeiro. rocking there. That too, like I feel like everywhere outside of America, they're very focused on hip hop and pure hip hop, shit that's genuine and authentic. Not, you know, flighty shit, like shit that's like here to stay and there'll always be, you know. So yeah, it's been a lot of incredible transcendental experiences.
That's dope, man. Before we wrap it up, let us know what you're working on, what you got going on, what your future plans are.
Oh, that's great. So I released a monthly installment of a EP project called Turn Off the Algorithm with Henry Daher, fellow Brazilian, triple platinum producer, incredible legend from Orlando. HD, Henry Daher, he's great. So we're on our 5th now. This is June, maybe it's June. It's my birthday soon as June. So actually it just came out, it's coming out this weekend, the weekend of the 10th. Had the time marking with a little bit of, and that's coming out every month. And that's 3 songs, 3 instrumentals. That's been incredible. I've been working with Baron Vognetti, who's in the room. He's an incredible producer, and we've been tapping in and making some very conceptual, futuristic, cinematic songs. I actually released a song today with him called El Capitan, and it's a nautical odyssey of a man searching for treasure through himself in the ocean of life. That was a mouthful. That was hard, yeah. So it came out on today, June 5th. El Capitan. It's an incredible joint, 6 minutes long. I just played in Hawaii 2 weeks ago. My first time in Hawaii, I got to play there at the Blue Note. I did live for the Blue Note with Kweli in Hawaii, in Honolulu, Waikiki. And that was life-changing. And I just experienced it on the flight back, which is super long. It's like 12-hour long flight. I wrote this record, which is 6 minutes. And it came out today, and it's called El Capitan. And it's nautical rap. You got to play that joint. That joint is amazing. And yeah, that was just so conceptual. So yeah, me and Barry Vognetti. So I'm releasing music monthly. Mad videos going back on world tour. And yeah. Got a TV show coming soon, Netflix. A little travel joint and a little Bourdain experience, you know?
Hey, let's get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all look out for Niko IS.
Yeah, best hair in the biz.
All right.